Hey, what's up, bigger old northtownsound? How's it going? It's Mick. Mick needs some new strings. Uh, and I feel like wasting bandwidth, and it's winter and I'm bored, so I'm gonna restring Mick and I'm gonna talk about this thing. And I don't know, might learn something. I don't know. Yeah, winter on the Canadian prairies. I just dusted this thing. Bloody furnace. Anyway, so this is Mick. Mick is a Dillion. This is a Canadian Dillion. This is the evil Dillions. If you want to go online and read about the soap opera here, I ain't going to take sides. This is a really, really well-built guitar. This is one of those Chinese pieces of shit, like people like to say, which unfortunately proves that they really need to play some more guitars. Oh, there goes the furnace again. Spewing out more dust. So this is a special with a very glary pickguard. I'll do that. Lighting is horrific here because it's a very cloudy day. I love specials. Specials are fun with all their faults. And this is a typical special. So this thing came with a badass style bridge. So a wraparound with where you could adjust the intonation. And it was horrible. I mean, you could not get the action right. It had the sustain of a banjo. I almost flipped this. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? It's the bridge. I know it's the bridge. So I went and got this, which is one of these compensated Epiphone styles. Put it on, solved all those problems. Been on there ever since. Back to the filthy peg head. The original tuners were great on here, but when I was recording last summer, this guitar fell over and it landed on the G and the B tuners, and they just would not hold their tune, so I had to swap those. And for those of you noticing, this is actually knobs number 4 on here, I think. It's originally had speed knobs. It's a junior. What you do with the junior is you play with knobs, because there's so many sounds you can get out of a single bridge P90. Those were kind of slippy. I tried some witch hats, didn't work. I had T-styles on here for the longest time, but then I discovered I really don't like them because I tend to slide on them just as much. So I'm trying the grippy styles here for now. It looks hot. I kind of like the looks of that. So, but yeah, and beyond that, she's stock. She sets up like Dream, plenty of room on the rod. Kind of glossy, as you can tell from the glare, but it works. Like this thing, but she's a little dirty and she needs some strings. One of the things that I love about wraparounds, it kind of forces you to change all your strings at once. I prefer to do things one at a time. This neck is solid though. One of these years though, I'll figure out on a wraparound how you salvage the thin strings. You can usually salvage the large strings if necessary. Actually, those are worn. They're all going to the garbage. The heck with it. Sorry, recycling. Gotta be friendly. Geez, wonder what kind of strings we're on here. Yeah, the thing I love about the Dario, you can be a complete moron and you can string guitars. And yeah, I fall in that category. Ooh, a scratch plate, which is scratchy. Who'd have thought? Okay, so took the pickguard off so I can try to clean it. Just hopefully I can catch this. That's your tenon that's on this thing, which of course is the death of specials. They're not very deep set in. That's the only blemish on the entire guitar. It's underneath the pickguard. So I'm going to clean around here and then we're going to try something new on the guard. I'd like to do it with the pickup too. Might just have to do that in place. Okay, she's cleaned up. Time to string her up. I'm going to throw on some DRs. I really like these strings. They're kind of a pig to find around here. And of course, the yo-yos at Long & McSwade did not have high beams. And I wanted 8s, and they only had 9s. Yeah, typical. But, okay, gonna get her strung. Yeah, rapidly losing light, gotta work on this. So if you've ever dealt with stop tail, or you really don't know how to do this, string them, and then pull and bend them. at the same time and get that wraparound going. Pre-bend it. Not all the way around, but just on the back edge. Let me do that, I'll show you. Like that. Just do it 6 times. And for those of you who haven't noticed my other videos, how much string length do you need up here? 4 fingers to 4 fingers and a thumb to 4 fingers and a big thumb, depending on string tension. I don't want this to be under a huge amount of tension, so I'm at 4 fingers. Your mitts will vary. And also, when you get up here, a hard bend there, a hard bend on that side. Don't tie your strings. That's how they break. Everything's stretched. I want to put a little bit of graphite in this nut simply because of the fact that it's always binding in here. I should get a new nut for this thing too because it's just getting worn through use. What I was always taught, and I totally believe in this, so if you're going to use the pencil method, which I always use, you don't do the slot, you do the string. Let's see if I can do this. It's going to be gross one-handed. Not actually on the guitar, I'm just on the string. Then you put it back in. The reason why you would want to do it that way is you're filling up those gaps. It just helps with tuning stability. I'd probably do all the sides on the round ones, so, but I can't do that one-handed. Go figure. A little hard to fake this because I can't hold it down there, but yeah, you know, the action's fine. The relief's fine. Nothing moved. So now comes the most important part about this entire process. I'll let this sit overnight, just so the strings can get used to it. And plus that neck, you gotta remember, next piece of wood, it's under all this tension being pulled back by these strings with this metal rod trying to hold it flat. And then you've taken all that off. Now it might have only been off for 20 minutes, but it's still stress, right? So I'm gonna let it sit, see what it does, and we'll check it out in the morning, I guess. Or tomorrow anyways. I gotta work tomorrow. Crappy. Okay, so he sat for a couple of days. I've trimmed the strings back. Nothing moved on this, of course. The last thing that I always do on my guitars is this. I've got so many damn guitars. I keep forgetting when I string things, what I strung them with, because not everything's strung the same. So I just started putting tape on. 3M blue tape, best tape in the world for that. Just so I know what's going on, even though I never read the damn things. I've tried building up a database and like notebooks and stuff. Yeah, I just find this is easier, faster. So yeah, ready to roll? Yeah, I guess I'll demo this for you, just to finish things off. So yeah, Mick, you've heard this thing a million times. I wasn't going to do a demo, but found some preamp tubes for my Deluxe that I forgot I had. I think these are the ones that are a little too dull though for my liking, but yeah, you know, it's a junior, right? So yeah, it's a junior. It's P90, and you gotta love that. The thing that I always find fascinating with the single P90 instruments is just you got these 2 knobs down here, and if there's any type of pickup that's really responsive to volume and tone controls, it's P90s. I don't know what it is. So without touching the amp whatsoever, you can really go from like a wide open sort of and then just a little bit of back off, and it's pedal to it. Same with the volume, which I've never really understood why P90s do this and other single coils really don't. Where if you listen to tonality change, they really darken up. The problem is, of course, it's a special. You don't need a whammy bar with a special. They come with one. If you've never played, I was showing where the neck joint is on this. One of the big reasons why these were a fail in the marketplace is tuning destability, I guess would be the word. So if I just play a chord and just slightly reef on the neck, it really just moves all over the place. That's a bit of a benefit unless you're old man punk like me and you start trying to do like your Ramones thing, because as you dig in, you go further out of tune. It just goes all over the place, right? But yeah, those are the dull preamp tubes. That's why I took them out of that thing. So that was Mick. That was stringing them up. Why do I use this thing? Okay, for the demos. Well, it's pretty basic. It's P90s. There's not a lot of folks out there that use P90s for effects demos. Don't know why that is. I personally prefer using humbuckers. I've never understood the point of, let's say, Esamahui or Telemahui pickups on like extreme effects chains. They just sound weird. P90s and JMahuis work really well, but nobody uses them. So this is like the little flag when people go onto YouTube and they say P90s. Well, then my crappy videos show up. Isn't that great? So. And I ain't showing my face because I'm having a bad hair day. I've been having a bad hair life. I can't lie about it. So anyways, Mick's there. Hopefully you learned something about string, wraparounds, or whatever. And yeah, Big Earl. That probably won't focus, but Northtown Sound. Later.